So,
Show.
yeah, something like, I have a lot of white, I feel like, so
Yeah.
like that money piece might be a good,
Yeah.
I like the look of that, but I probably have too much white.
So all of these, they have much darker base than you. Yeah. But you want to stay dimensional. You don't want to do anything solid or too solid.
I'm open to suggestions because essentially what I love being a redhead. I've been a redhead for a long time, but it's just, I can't keep putting dye on because every time I do, like it's burning, it's, like I'm getting more allergic as time goes by. So I'm trying to get away from the every 3-4 weeks dye.
Okay.
I'd like to transition.
Okay.
But I don't want to be like 100% white and look like an old lady. And I don't know, like I'm concerned about that.
Yeah. Okay. And then the past color, was it done in the salon or at home?
So the last 3 months, like so this year, I've gone to Madison Reed because I went back to, as you can see, like I went back to the red. Prior to that, I was doing like a medium brown, and that was salon as well.
Have you done highlights at all?
Probably 2 years ago, just like partial.
Okay. Just a little bit? Okay. Are we doing a haircut? How much are we cutting?
I mean, I like my hair long. It's kind of too long right now. It's a little out of control. Okay. And I've just been letting it grow because I knew I was coming in. So like shoulder, I really don't want
right across the shoulder. Okay, perfect. Okay, so if we do something dimensional, is it gonna blend perfectly with your root? No, you're still gonna have demarcation because you are so silver white. But at least it won't be red, and you'll have some of the blonde that will soften the grout. But what I could do is we could do a really heavy placement and try and match these photos, but just letting you know, this is not going to give you like a technically softer growth from this. It's going to be kind of similar, just not red. And at least the pieces that are lighter, if they can get blonde, will be lighter and not so dark like this level. So that one will also help with the regrowth in the front. But as far as back here, probably will feel the same, just a different shade of like a lighter, but will still kind of feel like it's growing out harsh, only because you are so silver white.
So what would you suggest for something that's not going to have that demarcation, that I could go like 8 weeks or something between? And
that will give you 8 weeks. The color, if we go a little bit lighter with the full highlight and leaving a little bit of dimension, but it'll still feel like it's something darker than your natural growing in.
Do we want to go natural?
Up to you.
I don't know.
I don't know. Up to you. We could, and like it would just be more of like a solid transition because back here it's pretty silvery white.
Is it?
I mean, there's like a little bit of dimension, but all the way up to here, the entire crown that like lays over your part.
Yeah.
It's just silver white, which is really pretty.
Right. I know. Like I look at it and I'm like, it's nice.
It is nice.
But what will it look like on my whole head? I don't know.
Yeah. So. Depends.
I mean.
But yeah, we could ease into it. So if we do the first option, like doing the dimension, I would do a really heavy highlight. I would definitely need to put a demi in between, meaning put some dark in between the highlights. And then we could either leave the warmth or we could maybe neutralize it, but neutralizing it will only do a little bit. And if we're gonna highlight those pieces out, I'd rather maybe just leave it like I've done in a lot of clients and it looks fine. But the other thing is, because when you did your fresh red, it was a lot more vibrant.
Oh yeah.
It was like pretty faded out. Yeah. Also, normally reds are kind of hard to lift.
Yeah.
So you have a good chance of being more of a mushroom beige tone today than anything gray. Because the red stains the hair that bad.
Right. I mean, I have I have lifted it once before, red, when I went and did this brown.
Yeah.
And it does seem to lift pretty well, like
yeah, it
my
depends
hair,
on
but...
what kind of lift though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it could lift great, but if it doesn't give me the like yellow that I need for those gray tones, it's not gonna look gray.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so like if it looks peachy, not gonna look gray.
I mean, peachy
But
would be fine.
yeah, if it looks peachy, then we
Purple,
can
whatever,
make it
yeah.
like a beigey tone, like a mushroom tone.
Will that look good on my skin tone?
Yeah, we could do it with like a neutral. It would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pink.
And then anything we do, if your hair gets light enough, fades blonde.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then yeah. So what are you leaning towards? I can show you an example. Where's my camera?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I saw the one you did. I think you posted it last week. And she had red hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
I saw it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So similar.
Yeah,
And
like
this is how it faded out when she left.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. It's
Yeah,
so
I didn't
tiny.
see like
Let me see
version
if I can
2.
pull it up, but let me lower the volume because I don't want to hear myself. Yeah, so hers, we left the warmth in between. I just did really heavy highlight.
Yeah.
And then when she came in her second round, I was able to lighten more of the warmth out. But here it is. So this is what that faded to.
Oh,
you can still
okay.
see the orange in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just picked it out more in this session, and it looked like this. You can see it's a lot less orangey.
Oh yeah. See, that's nice.
Yeah.
But see, mine would still need to be lighter than that because of my base, right?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
But if your hair can even handle it, if your hair cannot handle it,
It'll be more like that. I
Yeah.
like that. I mean, I think
Okay.
that would work.
you want to try this then?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try it. I did not do the demi on her though, because she had natural dark.
Oh right. Yeah.
You don't, so we're going to be adding it. So that's why yours is going to technically be a slightly harsher fade out than what this was in the beginning. Like right here, you can see she has a lot of dark naturally.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have that. So that's why I'm telling you it's going to feel like it's
still
harsh
warm.
back there.
Okay.
But maybe when you come in for your second one, I'll take a look how it's faded out. Maybe we don't even have to do the demi. We can have your white in between and then see if that works for you.
Okay.
But ultimately, what would fully blend is doing the solid. But you're not ready for that, so that's okay.
Yeah, I've never been a blonde. I've never not that I would be blonde because I'd be white, but I just.
Yeah. And who knows, maybe when we do the more ashy tones, you might be like, I actually like the warmth of the lighter blonde anyways, and that's okay.
Right.
I do have a lot of clients with your similar complexion that find that they like these warmer tones anyways, and that might be what you might leave with,
Right.
depending on how stubborn this red is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think because you can like rock the red, I think you could do both tones. A lot of people don't like red or orange, but
Yeah.
it looks great on you.
Thanks.
So I think even if you lifted warm or we did a warmer tone and it fades out, and maybe we could just do like a combo later when we get you to your goal that it's like a pretty blonde
Right.
and with blended in with your white, that is also a possibility, and it might not be the full gray.
Right.
Because the ones that you showed me, that's not what you naturally have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I was afraid of that.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. So this week I have an exciting one. I feel like it's exciting because whenever we work on something that is red or warm or potentially could be stubborn, it's a huge transformation. So as you heard in our consultation, she has a lot of natural silver, but all of her photos, you can even see in this back clip here, it's like pretty silvery, which honestly I think is beautiful, because when it grows in and we fully get her to a point where everything just like blends, when her natural grows in, it's gonna look like the most beautiful natural highlight. But anyways, in our consult, she expressed that she wasn't fully ready for that, and that is totally okay. So we opted to do foils because
if we weren't going to do foils, I probably would have recommended just doing the solid, but she wasn't ready, and we could gradually work towards that eventually anyways. It's not like doing foils, like you can't go the solid route later, but doing it this way, it just might take an extra session or so. So we're going to be doing foils with my signature placement. If you are new, we start in the back. We do some detail, like just like weaving right at the hairline because I want it to grow out soft. And then everything in the interior, meaning everything that you don't see if she just wears her hair at natural fall, is going to be slices. And we're doing slices because we want to cover the most amount of ground. We want to be as efficient as possible with her first session and essentially give her both things. We want it to blend, but also keep some dimension. So that's why we're doing the foils. And when I'm doing these foils, since we aren't doing the totally solid route, I told her I would recommend we do a very solid, heavy foil placement to be in the middle. And while we're doing this, I am just slicing this back section all in one go. I call this section the mohawk section because this is where the mohawk would live if you had one in the middle of your head. And this is just gonna make my foil process and speed it up and just make it so much faster. And not only faster, but it's going to make my touch-up so efficient because when I go back in, when I touch this up next time she comes in, it is going to be so easy for me to pick up that orange or the warm red that I left today. Another thing I want to note is her hair texture. So this client has more of a finer texture. She's all silver white, and I am already anticipating that this faded red, the permanent color, is going to be stubborn. So at her root, I am using a lower developer. I don't know if you can tell because this clip is sped up. I am using 5 volume at her root, like that virgin root that has that silver band. And then on her mids and ends, I went in with 10 volume, and then I worked my way up to 20 by the time that I finished her entire head. So by the time that I've pretty much finished foiling the mohawk section, I usually have my assistant go in and start separating the hair. What that means is all the hair that's in between the foils, she is separating to the sides so that it's easy for me to grab when I'm ready to do her tip outs at the very end. And as she is doing that too, she is applying her demi formula now. And the demi formula, I will be using the Danger Jones gloss toners. This has kind of been my go-to for demi blending, which I love. And for her demi, we used 6-0 with 5 volume. So as I'm finishing up her side, everything that I do on the right side, I'm pretty much gonna just copy on the left side. So that's why you'll only see me do one side in each video. But I did the hairline and I did slices on the hairline because I wanted to get rid of as much of this red as possible. And then after I do like my money pieces foils, it's usually about 2 to 3 foils. I never go more than 3 foils. Then I will start taking some negative space and taking diagonal backs behind my money piece foils. What that means is how I distinguish a money piece foil versus the back, like diagonal back foils. It's pretty much after my 2 or 3 face framing pieces, I usually will start to take some negative space in between the foils. When I start to section out negative space in between the foils behind the hairline, I can start to consider that more of like the interior back foil, and that is no longer my face framing detailed foil. And so that's kind of what I mean. I did probably about 1 or 2 diagonal backs after the face frame, and then I will be connecting the face frame to the back with one section starting from above the ear. I take a weave above the ear and then do slices all the way up. Once I've finished all her root foils, I am going in now and doing her tip outs, and my assistant is now putting that demi and sectioning that negative space that we left out in between towards her face, because when I do my tip outs, I like to over direct in front of the client, then I weave, tease, and just lighten at a diagonal. So the reason why I always start in the back is because it probably takes me anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half to foil a client's head. And by the time that I'm finished after an hour and a half, those first foils that I placed in the head are probably going to be ready or just need a few more minutes. So we do rinse as we go in sections, and starting in the back just makes that process a lot easier. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with her toner, and I am gonna use my go-to toner. If you have watched my videos, I'm sure by now you can guess what my formula is, but her root shadow is gonna be the Danger Jones Gloss Toners. We're going to use 6-01, which is going to be the perfect gray, not too dark, not too light, I would say, and going to give her that depth back. And then for her mids and ends, we're going to be using the 6-01 mixed in with the 9-12, and this is going to create the perfect amount of depth for what we are going for and neutralize as much warmth out as possible, because we know that this color is going to fade. We know it's going to fade warm too, and since we didn't low light our hairs that were outside the foils, it is going to appear a little bit warmer because those pieces are going to stay the same color that she came in with. It's not going to be a lot because we did a heavy highlight, but at least this toner will help neutralize it a little bit until her next visit.
How's it
Wow. Dang, that is
It's so
light.
different.
It is so different. I mean, wow. It's gonna take a minute.
Yeah, I know. That's normal.
It's very cool though.
Thank you. Let me finish blow drying this front side actually.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah. And so next time when you come in, I don't know if you can see like just that little dimension of the warmth, we can pick those out. And then maybe get rid of the demi in between, because, can I get the handheld mirror please? I'll show you the demi. It just like sheerly covers, go ahead. Like the in-between where the browns are, do you see it kind of like sheerly covers your gray, so it's not like white where it is?
Right.
That's the demi. If you feel like as this fades out, you're like, I don't think I can do the blonde anymore, we can just do demi at the root and tone. Some of my clients do that too, but again, you'll have that demarcation. If we do that, it's softer than the red because it's like not as harsh.
Right.
Because it only really covers the white hairs and gives it like a sparkly kind of tone.
Yeah.
But that's other option if you're feeling like you don't want to go light and you want to stay maintaining some of the dark.
I love it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So cute.
Oh, done.
Yay!
Yay!
Wow. I dig it.
Alrighty, so here is the finish look. It looks a little gray and it also looks a little beigey just because of that warmth, but my goodness, I feel like this is gonna grow out so much better than what she had. I mean, what a transformation from the red to this is actually, these are like my favorite because it's such a big one and it's like so nice to see. I'm glad we kind of did the dimensional route to show you guys a realistic expectation for someone who wants to maintain that dark when they're not fully ready to go solid, because I know it's such a big change and this already is a lot, but this is already going to grow in so soft. And luckily guys, I'm going to also show you how this faded out in this clip next. So this is her fade about 3 months later. It looks very like strawberry blonde. It's very golden. Some pieces are like a beigey gold, I would say. And so today I did a consultation with her in this clip, and we ultimately decided to pick up some more of those orangey pieces that we left out her first session. But overall, I feel like it grew out so soft and like like so much better than the last color. I will be uploading the short for this video because I filmed it vertically and it just makes more sense to put it in a short form. So I will be uploading that footage of her second session in my YouTube shorts. So watch out for that. And yeah, I just wanted to share her journey because after the session that we do this second time around, this is when I feel like she can just go as long as she can and grow it out potentially just like fully, and just come back in when she's feeling like she wants a little refresh.
Very cool.
Better.
Wow, yeah.
And now that your white is like rolling, perfect.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna finish your haircut and then I'll curl.
So cool.
So now I think you can go 5-6 months.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so here is the after of her second session with me. We did not do the demi, so whatever her root is in between, that's her natural, and just kind of shadow rooted. So this is going to give her the ultimate soft blend. I was super happy with it, but that is it for this week's episode, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in, and as always, I will talk to you next week.